everyone, it's me. Today I'm going to be talking about the phone-based interview. This is the third part of the interview for the Disney College program, and it is one of the most important factors of getting in. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is some of the questions that they're going to ask on the phone-based interview. This is just from personal experience, and I'm going to put a link on the bottom to a bunch of different questions that people have put up over the years that they have asked. Alright, so let's get started. One of the most important questions they asked me was, what would I do in a dangerous situation? Keep them calm. So these are the kind of things you're going to want to answer with. Just remaining calm in the emergency situation and all that fun stuff. Alright, so moving on to a different question. Another question they're going to ask you is your strengths and weaknesses. I don't know what to say on the spot, and it's really hard to come up with weaknesses that are not so terrible that you can't say them, but at the same time that are realistic. One of the ways to approach this situation is to say that it's something you're working on. So when they ask you what your weakness is, for me I would say organization. Then I would say this is something I'm working on. You could even Another question that they're probably going to ask you is, what does Disney mean to you? If you've been going to the park since you were 1 year old like me and you go every single year and Disney is a huge part of your life, tell them that. They're going to want to hear all about how Disney was magical for you and how you're going to make it magical for other people. They love that kind of stuff. It's what they're all about. So definitely tell them if you have any experience with going to the parks. If you don't have experience going to the parks, which not all of us were as lucky as me, just tell them about how Disney movies touched you growing up, how Anna and Elsa are your favorite people and you just can't stop watching Frozen and you sing the songs in your sleep. You know, it's just going to be fabulous to hear you express what the magic has done for you. They're going to want to hear it. Oh, another important thing they're going to ask you is about the roles that you want to do at Disney. So when you take your web-based interview, you're going to do a series of most preferred versus no interest at all. And things that you ranked with most preferred or high interest are things that they're going to ask you about, but they will also ask you about your low interest jobs. They will not ask you about your no interest jobs. Just do research, honestly, on all of the jobs that you said that you had any interest in. So when they ask you, you don't just look like a giant fool that doesn't know anything that's going on, because it's going to be really embarrassing and hurt your chances of getting in. It's really important to remember that about 65,000 people interview for this every single semester. So to get in is about a 10% chance. So you're going to want to be as educated as possible. And watching my videos is definitely going to be helpful. But as I said before, I'm going to put links down there to other questions that people have come up with over the years that they've had on their interviews. And my recommendation is to go through, answer every single question, write it out, detail, detail, detail. And then when it comes time for your interview, have read through it, practiced it. And then when they ask you that question, you don't read off of the screen, but you have a good foundation for what you're going to say. And if you start stumbling, go pull up the screen while you're on the phone interview and just look at the screen, because it's going to help. And that's what I did, and I got it. Just get their insight. The more you know, the better you're going to do on your phone interview, and the better your chances are to get into the college program. Oh, one really super important thing to do is while you're talking, smile. I can tell you, that every person that I talked to about their phone interview smiled. I smiled. You know, you can tell the difference between this and between this. It just makes you happier. Even if you don't want to smile and you just want to run into a corner and cry, because I know that's what I wanted to do, because I thought I did so bad on my phone interview. I hope this answers your questions about the phone interview. I think it's going to be helpful for you to look at the sites I post below and to just keep practicing for your phone interview and to use all of the tips that I said before. And I wish you the best of luck. I hope you do really well on your phone interview. Don't get discouraged if you don't get in your first time. Just keep trying, and I wish everyone the best of luck. Have a magical day!